Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is James Steiner, and welcome back to Analogue 8 Stories. So, I finally got a setup that I'm thinking I'll be okay with. The lighting in here is terrible right now. I'm going to have to figure that out later, but let's go through and see what is going on. So, now we have more questions to ask. Let's see what the 8th question is. Ooh, this could get nasty. Did you ever have any friends? Ooh. After waking up from stasis, I only ever had one single friend. Oh, 2, I meant, now that you're here. Anyway, before it was just her, the queen, my husband's wife, Ryu Jae Hwa. I wrote about her a lot in my diary. I'll just show you. It's probably better if you read it for yourself. These are from right after I got married. Okay, so we're getting a lot of juicy stuff here. Let's see how that went. Oh, block 6. Okay, so we still need 7 and 8. And that's probably where we're going to get everything. Just us wives. Let's see. Dear Diary, I guess it's been forever since I cared enough to write anything down. I just haven't seen much point. Since my last entry, I got married, moved into the palace, and lost my virginity. Apparently for a girl my age, none of these things are really all that weird. The queen finally insisted on talking to me the night after I first slept with dearest husband. I'd been expecting it. My sister warned me that she would probably be jealous, and I'd just have to endure it. She outranks me, and I would simply have to kowtow her if need be. I haven't had it yet, though. We had tea together, and she at least has started by acting friendly. I'm sure sister was right. I'll get the brunt of her anger soon enough. But today she was friendly. How are you holding up? She asked me. After we finished with tea, I shrugged. Do trust me, I know how hard it can be for a newlywed. I've been through it myself, but I was at least older. You probably miss your family, do you not? That's what would be expected from any good girl, so I nodded. It gets easier with time. I had no response. I'm sorry, am I bothering you? You can leave if you wish. I simply thought you might like some company. I wasn't sure how to respond to that either. I just clasped my hands and shook my head. I just wanted to be sure, she said. There was a long pause that followed. Finally, she asked, how was last night? It surprised me that she was willing to bring up the subject. Figuring that it was a segue into her being vindictive toward me for sleeping with her husband, I shrugged as she continued. I just know he can be rough. Nobody ever talked about those duties with me. Then she smiled and I felt almost like I could drop my guard. I had no idea what to expect my first time. Do believe me, I'm not jealous. That is nothing to be jealous of, but do tell me how it was. It made me think back on last night. Honestly, it was the best night I've ever had since waking up in the future. Everyone, my mother, my sister, and now my queen, warned me that it would be bad. It would be a duty and nothing more. But I honestly did love it. I would have let him keep me up all night if he'd had the energy for it. I guess while I was thinking about all that, I let out a slight smile. I caught myself, but not before she noticed. Oh, did you enjoy it then? She asked, touching my arm. I jumped. Please, be at ease. That is perfectly all right, too. So long as you know it's just for him, there's absolutely no shame in that. There is none. I expected her to jump into something passive-aggressive from that, but she didn't. All she did was change the subject and said that she really was worried about me. Maybe she isn't so bad. Okay, let's see what she has to say. So, you can see she was kind. She was good to me. She really was. I take it you want to know more about my marriage then. Where are you interested in? Let's get something on Jae Hwa. Then you're in luck. She's in all these entries. Well, she was really the only thing in my life worth writing about for the most part. There's one in that that she wrote herself about our husband, and you can see for yourself. She's a lot stronger than I was, so you can see for yourself why I admired her. And, well, just read them right. Okay. Mute is still sitting in stasis for the most part. Okay, let's just do one more. Yeah, one more. And then we will go... Then we'll call that an episode, because this is getting very, very complex. Dear Diary, attending to my husband has been easier than I was afraid it would be. Yes, there's days when it requires more strength than usual to keep going. I'm still getting increasingly more sick. Nothing will change that, but it's not so bad, really. All I have to do is dote on him and try to anticipate his desires, and he's happy with me. No abuse or anything. Phone was vibrating. Sir, it's not as if I like him. He's an ugly 40-year-old man who cares only about politics and never tells me anything. Love? Well, that's certainly no concern. I don't know where I ever got the impression that was something that could happen in marriage. I thought it was something from the past, but, well, I was young before I got put in stasis. It must have been a mistake in childhood. But so long as I do as I'm told, I'm not mistreated like I was by my sister, and sleeping with him feels good. I really hope I don't get pregnant soon. I don't want that to stop. Doing that is really the only thing that makes me actually happy these days. Well, that and Jay was talks with me. She's nice. She keeps me company when I stay up to wait for his return. She fetches servants to take me to bed on those days I'm too feverish to sit for too long. And she talks. She just talks to me as if I'm a friend. I don't really understand why, but I guess she really doesn't hate me after all. Do let me tell you, she said one evening while she brushed my hair. I always wanted a little sister growing up. That's how I think of you. Does that make sense? I shrugged. It was nice of her, and it felt so relaxing to let her touch my hair like that. She wasn't waiting for a response anyway. By now, she knows better. She just keeps talking kindly to me. There's something about this that, there's something else going on here, because we have all this political turmoil with, all these different families and houses trying to vie for power, but we have Mute saying that our little friend here is the one that killed everyone. But from what I'm reading, there's really no motive yet. Unless her sickness has something to do with it. But I have no idea what her sickness even is. That's the infuriating. But the most infuriating part is that there's all this stuff, all these logs of what happened before the incident, and yet it seems like no one had a chance to write down what happened right when everyone died. I'm sure that's going to be one of the last blocks I get to, or I could just probably skip to Mute's last question, and that's Q&A, but she says to lead into it, to slowly ease into it, make it seem like I'm Q&A's friend in order to get that information. So I'll do that, but it's really tedious. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good stuff here. But there's still the issue of I don't see a motive yet. Maybe we'll get that at some point. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to click that like button, share, favorite, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!